So my sister dragged me to Walmart, I guess yesterday. Today now, but yesterday, when I am actually posting this video. And look what I got for $20. Grand Theft Auto 4. This is like the new one. And I got it for $20 for the PC, and that's like awesome. Gotta love Walmart. Gotta love it. So here's an underused match with LittleRelapse, and he messaged me wanting a battle for, I don't even know, like, it was some kind of subscriber special. I'll leave the link in the description. So we have a UU match here. I did with Persian, and I decided to fake out his Molt Trace, but he makes a nice play and goes into Spirit Tome, and I kind of taunt it so it can't do something gay, and it tried to trick me. I don't even know it is trying to trick me, but oh well. So I set up the Hypnosis, and that'll put the thing to sleep. So now I'm just going to U-turn, because he was trying to Sucker Punch, so obviously I'm not going to attack there. So I go out into Steelix, and I pretty much go out into Steelix because I want to set up the Stealth Grox, because I love them, and he goes into Shaman, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, KillerNacho, I didn't know Shaman wasn't OU anymore, or UU anymore, it's actually borderline," but I'm like, okay, fuck it, you can have whatever you want. So, yeah, so I go for the Air Slash on the Shaman. I go into Yan Mega because Yan Mega is a pretty nice counter to Shaman. So, yeah, it wakes up and Sucker Punches me before I'm able to kill the Spirit Tome, and that's kind of annoying, but at least the Spirit Tome goes down. And he's now going to go out into a Linoon, and I really didn't know what kind of Linoon this was, and I kind of made a misplay protecting, but it's not really that big of a deal since Linoon really doesn't have a whole lot to hurt Steelix, which is like an incredible physical wall for UU. So he does get the Belly Drum, he does get the Salakberry, and I know he's probably going to go for the Extreme Speed, so I decide to go out into Steelix. And he goes for the Extreme Speed on Steelix, but Steelix is just like epic defenses and doesn't even take that much from it. So I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I don't think he has any move that can really kill Steelix, and I know Earthquake can take down a Linoon at this point. So he Seed Bombs. Doesn't really do anything, well, not as much as you would expect from a max attack, after a Belly Drum. So Linoon goes down to an Earthquake, and that's pretty awesome. Steelix is a beast. So he goes, unfortunately for me though, he goes into Dugtrio, his amazing revenge killer, who's really going to harass me this entire game. But it's not too bad since he does give me an opportunity to set up when he goes into it. Because he locks himself into Earthquake, and I have Altaria, who is immune to Earthquake. I think that's a banded Dugtrio. Just a guess. Could be, I guess, Scarf. I'm not really sure. So I go for the Dragon Dance. He goes into Wailord, and I really don't want to take an Ice Beam, so I go into my own Wailord. And Wailord resists Ice Beam, so that's pretty good. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump, figuring he might switch, and here is something really gay. So I go for the Hydro Pump, and he goes into Dugtrio, and then I miss. And I'm like, whatever, I don't think he can one-hit KO me with Earthquake. So I decide to go for the Hydro Pump again, except, guess what, guys? I miss again! So that blows. I mean, all I needed is one to hit. I made a pretty nice prediction with that Hydro Pump, and unfortunately Dugtrio is perfectly fine, and, my Wailord goes down. But that does allow me to go into Miss Magus and kind of set up. And like I said, Miss Magus always does something for me. Except when I'm playing Jess for whatever reason. I mean, Miss Magus just does so awesome. So I go for the sub on the Switch, and I go for the Shadow Ball here because, just in case he feels like going for Water Spout, I don't want it to get, like, full power. But instead, he goes for Ice Beam. I'm just like, set up fodder. So I'm going to go for the Calm Mind, because I don't think Ice Beam can do a whole lot after Calm Mind. In fact, it probably wouldn't even be able to break a sub. So, yeah, Ice Beam doesn't do really anything after a Calm Mind, and I'm just going to try to set up a sub now. So, yeah, he goes into Dugtrio, and I put up a sub, so it can't one-hit KO me with anything. So I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball, and it goes for the Night Slash, breaks my sub, but let's face it, after a Calm Mind, Dugtrio isn't going to take a Shadow Ball. Definitely not. So, yeah, Dugtrio goes down, and Dugtrio's new sprite looks really just awkward, I think. It looks like just three penises, like, popping out of the ground. But anyway, here comes a Molt Trace, and I was kind of fearing this thing might be Scarf, but I decided to stay in because I'm pretty sure I can 1-hit KO with Shadow Ball, and it turns out that it was probably a Specs lead Molt Trace because I outspeed it, and I go for the Shadow Ball, and that's a dead Molt Trace, which It's just amazing for me. So he goes into Jimmy, his friggin' BL and UU. Ah, man. So I go for the Calm Mind, and then he misses Seed Flare, which, he kind of deserved it for using a BL, so, ha! So anyway, I'm going to go for the third Calm Mind, because I just want to get as many as possible, so he can't really do much to me. He goes for the Seed Flare, and it does decent damage, actually, and he also gets a special defense drop. I'm like, fuck! So, even though he lowered my special defense, I still have the 3 special attack boosts, so I'm pretty sure I can one-hit KO. So I go for the Shadow Ball and take down his Shaman, and that's pretty awesome. And all he has left is, of course, Wailord. I can outspeed and kill it. So rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Good game, LittleRelapse. Miss Magius is a sexy beast. And that's all I have to say about Miss Magius. Wow, I mean, I think she kind of speaks for herself there. So, Wailord goes down. Great game. Rate, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Alright, peace. So, seeing that there was, 2 main normal types, I led with a Persian. My opponent had a Belly Drum Linoon. Leave a comment about your favorite normal type. Mine is pretty obvious. Wasn't in the battle, though. It's the only Pokemon I ever named for my Wi-Fi battles. Give me Furt, aka Dustbuster. Yeah.